Tonight, Democratic Congressman Tim Mahoney has a mess on his hands 3 weeks before the election. Good evening. I'm Tim Mahoney.
I'm Kelly Dunn. Jim has the night off. The rumor had been circulating locally and in Washington for weeks. Did Congressman Tim Mahoney pay off a former campaign worker to keep an alleged affair silent?
A big story nationally and locally. Tonight, ABC News, citing unnamed sources within the Mahoney campaign, reports $120,000 was paid to a former mistress of the freshman congressman to keep their relationship a secret. Already in a very tight race against Republican Tom Rooney, Mahoney is now deflecting the charges. 2 years ago, Tim Mahoney, a political unknown, was in an uphill fight in his quest to unseat the popular Marc Foley, who had gone all but unchallenged in his first 6 terms. When Foley was chased out of Washington by scandal, the married, wealthy entrepreneur campaigned as a family man with a keen sense of business, narrowly defeating Republican Joe Negron, who came into the race late and at a tremendous disadvantage. According to ABC, Mahoney met Allen at a campaign stop, then hired her as a staffer. When Allen threatened to break off the affair, according to ABC, this recorded phone conversation took place between Allen and Mahoney.
Okay, you're right, and you don't have a job. Guess what? How does that make you feel?
I was exactly where I was supposed to be. And I did a very good job at it. Everything I was supposed to do today.
Job, and you're fired.
And you're firing me for other reasons. You're not man enough to say it.
After she was fired, Allen, according to ABC, hired local attorney Greg Coleman and threatened to sue Mahoney for $1 million. A settlement was reached, according to ABC. Allen given $121,000 and a $50,000 a year job at the Nashville-based consulting firm Fletcher, Crowley, Chow, and Riddle. On its website, the firm takes credit for getting Mahoney elected. The report is a bombshell in a close race. Palm Beach County Republican Party head Sid Dinerstein.
He should absolutely retire this minute, and he should have retired long before, because the people of Congressional District 16 deserve a leader as good as they are.
I called the Mahoney campaign headquarters through the day and did not get a call back. In a written release, Mahoney called for a House Ethics Committee investigation, which Speaker Nancy Pelosi has already ordered. And he went on, and I'm quoting here, "I am confident that when the facts are presented, I will be vindicated." In a tight race with Republican Tom Rooney, this is a stunning October surprise. We will continue to try to get the congressman on the phone or in person throughout this evening. With early voting a week away from Mahoney's district, voters tonight are understandably stunned. A congressman who preached family values while running for office accused of paying off a mistress. News Channel 5's Treasure Coast reporter Carolyn Schofield continues our team coverage from Tim Mahoney's headquarters in Stewart, where the doors are locked but set to reopen tomorrow morning. Carolyn.
Tim, as you mentioned, the doors were locked this afternoon in this very busy time just a few weeks before the election. Now, his office this is his office headquarters here in Stewart. His office in Palm Beach Gardens was also locked this afternoon, and nobody was saying anything there. Now, people who do have an opinion and who are saying things about this are his constituents, the people that will be heading to the polls and possibly casting their votes in just a few weeks. Now, Mahoney represents Florida's 16th congressional district. That covers everyone in Highlands County, or people in Highlands County, all the way over to St. Lucie County and south to Palm Beach County. A large district, and it should be a hotly contested race coming up in just a few weeks. Now, there has been a lot of negative publicity or negative campaigning going back and forth between Tim Mahoney and his Republican counterpart, who is Tom Rooney. Now, people we talked to tonight said that they have mixed opinions on how this latest news and this possible scandal will affect the outcome of the race.
It depends on how the candidates are projecting themselves and my just strong opinion on each candidate. I don't care that Tim Mahoney had an affair, whether he did or didn't. It doesn't make me change my vote.
Our public figures, they should set an example. You know, they have a higher moral standard than you and I, and people look up to them, and that's not the right thing to do.
Now, again, his headquarters closed, of course, tonight, but also closed this afternoon. It is expected to reopen tomorrow, and we were earlier tonight at his Palm Beach Gardens office, and we saw invitations inside for an event that should be taking place tomorrow night. No word yet whether that is still on at this point. Reporting live in Stewart, Carolyn Schofield, WPTV News Channel 5.
Paid off a mistress. Melissa? Good afternoon. Congressman Mahoney talked to the press today with his wife Terry at his side. He seemed very distraught, saying he never broke any laws, but he did admit that no marriage is perfect.
Congressman, did you have an affair with Patricia Allen? No, ma'am.
A man who once worked off a campaign platform of morals and values, Congressman Tim Mahoney doesn't admit whether the affair between him and his former campaign staff member is true, but he does offer this.
No marriage is perfect, but our private life is our private life.
Mahoney walks into the room, his hand on his wife's shoulders before he reads a prepared statement about the sex scandal first broken by ABC News Online. The news source reports Mahoney fired Patricia Allen from her campaign job in January after she broke off their affair, which had started in 2006. She threatened to sue, so the Democratic congressman reportedly agreed to pay Allen $121,000.
I have requested that the House Ethics Committee investigate the false allegations that have been repeated in the press. I have not violated my oath of office, nor have I broken any laws.
The congressman got choked up apologizing to his wife and daughter for all of the events unfolding just 3 weeks before his re-election to District Seat 16.
And I'm sorry that these allegations have caused embarrassment and heartache.
He did take full responsibility for his actions, but he didn't specifically explain what those actions were.
I want to be clear that I have not misused campaign funds, and I am confident that when all the facts come to light, that I will be completely vindicated.
Mahoney also saying that the allegations are politically motivated just before he faces off to Republican challenger Tom Rooney in the November election. He also calls himself a fighter and says he'll work hard to gain back the faith of the voters. In Palm Beach Gardens, I'm Melissa Monti, WPBF News 25.
This is just the latest scandal to rock the District 16 seat. Congressman Mahoney won that seat back in 2006. He replaced Republican Marc Foley, who resigned right before the election after he was accused of sending sexually explicit messages to teenage congressional pages. Just 1 month ago, there was a major development in that case. State investigators said they would not press criminal charges against Foley because they couldn't prove those messages were authentic. The statute of limitations had also passed in the case, but the FBI is still investigating, which means Foley may still face federal charges.